Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to be going through the battle phase and what happens in the battle phase. So I've got my bank of monsters, my opponent's got their bank of monsters, and I'm now going to start declaring some attacks. So first off, my aloof lupine is going to, with an attack value of 1700, attack the Subterra Behemoth Steigerkraken, which is also in face-up attack position. Subterra Behemoth Steigerkraken has got 1400 attack. The aloof lupine has got 1700 attack. And so in this case, because the aloof lupine's attack is 300 higher, the Steigerkraken is sent to the graveyard, and my opponent would take 300 damage. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to declare an attack with my Metaphys Daedalus. This has got an attack of 2600. The Subterra Behemoth Ultramathus, which it's going to be attacking, has an attack of 3000. So in fact, my Metaphys Daedalus is 400 attack points lower than the Subterra Behemoth Ultramathus. So in this case, my Daedalus would be destroyed, and I would take 400 damage. The next one I'm going to go to is I'm going to use my Metaphys Tyrant Dragon. And my Metaphys Tyrant Dragon is going to attack the face down card here. I don't know what that is. It is in face down defense position. So I declare the attack, and the first thing my opponent does is he turns that card over into face up defense position. My Metaphys Tyrant Dragon has an attack of 2900. The Subterra Nemesis Archer, which I'm attacking, has a defense of 1400. So when attacking a defense position monster, use the attack value of your attack position monster against the defense value of the defense position monster. So because my attack is higher than my opponent's defense, that card is destroyed, it's sent to the graveyard, but my opponent doesn't actually suffer any damage for that attack. My last example, I'm going to use my Metaphys Horus to attack my opponent's final face down card. And so again, I declare the attack. I have attack of 2300, and my opponent on his Subterra Behemoth Steigerkraken has a defense of 2600. In this case, his defense value is 300 points higher than my attack value. So I would take 300 life points in damage, but that monster is not destroyed, and neither is mine. If my opponent has no monsters on the field, then I'm able to attack his life points directly. And so I could use my Metaphys Horus, my Metaphys Tyrant Dragon, my Metaphys Daedalus, or my aloof lupine to attack his life points directly. And each one of these monsters would have the opportunity to attack his life points directly once, unless they have specific conditions that state they're allowed to attack twice. During the battle phase, as long as a trap card was set the previous turn, then trap cards can be activated. So if my opponent saw this kind of setup and he knew that he didn't have any monsters, he may well turn the trap card Needle Sealing. When there are 4 or more monsters on the field, destroy all face-up monsters. And so that would stop me attacking. I'd go to attack, before I got a chance to actually attack, he'd flip that, and all my monsters would end up going straight to the grave. We can, of course, introduce counter traps and quick play spells to potentially counteract those traps. So if my opponent had himself a couple of monsters on the field, he may well Needle Sealing and Book of Eclipse. And so that would turn all monsters face down. And at that point, I wouldn't have the opportunity to have my monsters destroyed. So guys, that's the battle phase. The next thing we're going to move on to is main phase 2. And then we will look at pretty much finishing this tutorial with just a couple of little extras and a couple of little pointers and a few descriptions of different types of traps and spells. So I'll see you guys in the next video.